Hey, welcome to another anime recap, Burning Kabbadi, which embraces the sport of Kabbadi to depict the appeal of this activity in Japanese culture brilliantly. Our protagonist Tatsuya Yoigoshi, a former ace soccer player, is a first-year high school student who hates all sports, but after being invited to join a Kabbadi squad and observing a Kabbadi practice, he changes his mind. In this anime, you will find multiple stunning scenes to praise the players' fantastic moves, game tactics, inspiration and aim. Let's dive into the story, which begins with Yoigoshi, who talks about disliking all sports and gives multiple reasons for his aversion. While he is live streaming, a first-year student Soma Izemichi knocks at the door and invites him to the Kabbadi game, but somehow, he agrees to go with him. He takes him to the old gym, where he meets with Vice Captain Yura and other teammates. The game appears to be the game of Kabbadi. After experiencing a match he lost with Izemichi, he can now understand various Kabbadi tactics one should know. In the end, Yura talks to his hospitalized team captain about the entry of a compelling character into their team. Mr. Takenaka, coach for the soccer team, arrives at the student dorms to invite unstoppable Yoigoshi to the team, but he refuses to join. While practicing with his teammates Izemichi, Date Shinji, Masumi Kyohei and Yura, he tries to understand the basic techniques of Kabbadi and learn raiding tactics, but he loses every time. Soon he clicks an idea of using his primary method of evading opponents in soccer, feint, and carefully observing his opponents in more depth. With his clever thinking, he successfully won his first Kabbadi raid. The team goes shopping, where Yoigoshi confronts basketball boys who try to annoy him for being a minor game player, but he proves them wrong, showing a strong bond with his team. The Kabbadi team is having a competition between first-year and second-year students while Yoigoshi and Izemichi are losing the game. Both are facing challenges in understanding each other's movements. Using signs and even numbers for their defense strategy is not working either. But Date and Masumi, with their extreme evading power and defense techniques, are too tough to manage and defeat. However, by tricking the opponents with their number game, they soon failed Masumi's raid with their teamwork. Although the second year manages to win, Yoigoshi and Izemichi have learned many tricks to improve their game. Yoigoshi has now understood the importance of coordinating with his teammates and agrees to be in the Kabbadi team. Yoigoshi seems confused when two classmates ask him about the number of players in the Kabbadi team. After talking to Yura, he learns about the 7 maximum team members, while in some cases, only one defense stops the raid. This makes him concerned about his defense power. But Yura clarifies to Yoigoshi that he has an eye for evasion, speed and reach, making him a strong raider, and there is no need to put himself in solo defense. The team welcomes the captain Ojo Masato. Despite being weak, he proves his expertise with his smooth, difficult-to-read, steady cant. They get inspired by the captain with his 10 years of experience as a raider. After Masato's return from the hospital, he starts to put effort into his team. At night, Masato arrives at the dorms to discuss the national game with Yoigoshi. He aims to represent Japanin through Kabbadi with the team members he has practiced along. While talking to Yura, he states that he wants Yoigoshi to play a practice match, for which he has texted Suwa High School Kabbadi team captain, Rokugan Ayumu. Both the teams are set for their first match at Suwa High School. In just one raid by Yoigoshi, the opinion of everyone who thinks of the Naukan team as a mess has changed, and every gaze on the court is focused on a single rookie except Suwa's ace raider Takaya Ren. Now, it is Takaya's raid turn. With his clever thinking, incredible speed and vast reach, he manages to take 4 points for his team. Date's first raid is failed, which is quite shocking for his team members that their strongest player is taken down. Takaya continues successful raids with his steady movements. Meanwhile, Naukan's mental condition has drastically deteriorated, facing their second Lona of the day. After Izemichi's injury, Masato takes his place and scores 5 points in his first raid. Rokugan wants to play one-on-one with Masato to catch and defeat him after 3 years of separation, but completing a victorious raid, Masato gets 3 points. It is the end of the first half, and Suwa has an 8-point lead. Takaya raids again and successfully take Yoigoshi and Masumi down. As soon as Takaya returns with 2 points, Ojo chases him back and tries to take him down, but he manages to dodge Ojo's attacks. Ojo crosses the bonus line and manages to get 3 points. After some raids, Rokugan requests the referee a timeout and forms his new techniques to take down Ojo. On the other hand, Kei-Yura notices Ojo's situation and asks him not to go on the next raid. They send Yoigoshi on the next raid, and he manages to take Takaya down with 2 points. Rokugan raids next and starts its attack on Ojo to take their defense down, but all of the team members, including the raiders, grab him and stop him there. But the time is over, and Suwa wins with 1 point. The following day, 3 students named Nobutaka Ban, Ryuta Seiki, and Yuki Hitomi, who consider Yoigoshi their ideal, join the team. Ojo welcomes them, and they form some attacking and defensive techniques. After that, newcomers hang out with Yoigoshi and Azemichi. Later, Yoigoshi makes an excellent defensive technique to take down their captain. Masumi is having trouble stopping the raid without Date in their freshly formed team. He recalls the time he joined the Kabbadi team and met Date in the past one day. Masumi and Date got into a fight over their bad performance in a match, but after the fight, they became best friends forever. Ojo is raiding various teams later at the Kabbadi court, and it is the job of those teams to stop him. Everyone tries to stop him but fails. However, during one raid, Masumi comes close to defeating him. Ojo shows them some strategies after seeing their performance and then drives them to Saitama Kuyu High School. They meet Ojo and Kei's juniors, Manabu Sakura and Hiramoto Uto there. Sakura, during the practice match with Team Naukan, manages to score a point while people are astonished to see his game tactics. The game between the teams of Naukan and Kuyu begins with Yoigoshi's first raid, but it gets failed when the opponent reads his move. The second raid proceeds with Yoigoshi against Koyu's team, and he, by applying the practice technique, earns points for his team. The match continues to proceed, and with another raid by Ojo, he earns points for his team but ends up being injured. In the next round, Sakura comes for another raid, and this time, he tries to hit bonus points and defeat Naukan's defense with his shoving moves and leaves everyone in shock when he ends up earning 7 points for his team. The next raid begins with Yoigoshi's moves, which get caught by Sakura and have a failed raid. It is where the Kuyu team comes back in the game in its full form. The first half of the round ends, and the Naukan team is 4 points behind Kuyu. In the second round, Yoigoshi, by earning 3 points with a great raid, bring his team into the game again. The match is about to end in 1 minute, but there is a 5-point gap between Naukan and Kuyu. Yoigoshi begins the raid to fill this gap, but he only earns 3 points, which enrages him. The next raid has done by Sakura, and if it cannot be stopped, the match will be pretty much over in favor of Kuyu. On Sakura's raid, Masumi appears and intends to stop him. However, by predicting Sakura's move, he fails his raid. 15 seconds remain with a 2-point gap, and Yoigoshi is on the raid where Kuyu try to stop him, but he finally wins the victory for his team. Here it ends with Kuyu, even after losing, is determined to take its revenge in the tournament. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like and share the video. See you on the next one.